This is the Vashly 16 segment laser level. Take a look at this. This is what you get in the box. Take this out. You got this, and when I've already had this out of the box, but when it comes out of the box, this is all set up to swivel very easily. This thing is actually a lot bigger than I expected it to be. Here is a soda can for a size comparison. And I actually expected it to be about this size, you know, something about like that. And as you can see, it's quite a bit larger than that. So, the first thing that I learned about this is you can't aim it like you can a camera. You can't take it and tilt it up and down and do that thing. Because I figured if I had the horizontal, I could just angle this thing and have the horizontal be however high up on the wall I wanted it to be, or whatever it was I was projecting it against. That's not true. In order for this thing to work, you have to keep this level. So you have to have a tripod or something to mount it on at the exact height that you want it to be at, and then project it straight toward that surface that you're going to use as a screen. Now, the reason they call this thing a 16 segment level is because there are 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, and 4 ports for laser output. And each one of those ports is a square that has a post on each corner. And those posts actually split the laser into a segment. So you've got 4 segments coming out of each one of these. That's why they call it 16. So when you project this, if it's like this, it will project out here. And there will be a line that goes out. But then there'll be a segment at each end of it where this post is actually blocking the signal. It makes it strong. I think if we dropped it and not too high distance, and it hit one of these things, it probably wouldn't hurt it. I do have a picture of turning it on. Here is the battery. Actually, I think there's 2 batteries, which is doubly nice. So here's 2 batteries. I've actually already marked them, 1 and 2. I put the battery in there. Now, one of the things that I discovered very quickly is it's pretty easy to get shot in the eye by this thing. There we go. Got it on. And if I turn it on, let me get this up here. There we go. And so you can see what it does. I don't know if you can see it against me. Here we are. Try to put it up here. So in automatic mode, if you don't have the device itself level, it'll beep at you incessantly. And what it's trying to tell you is that you are more than it can automatically correct for. So I think you can probably see this on part of me, but I'm going to put it on the little platform here, and there it is. So now you can see it projected on me, and I don't know if you can see it projected anywhere else in the room. It's kind of hard to see. Now there it is again. It's beeping to tell me that it's off. It's not level. And you can kind of see. And you can change the mode on this too. You can say, I want to do manual here. If I hold down this button here, now I can do whatever I want. Take it like this and make a line and be wherever I want to be with it. Now right now I only have the horizontal on the bottom of it. If I tap this button, I'll get another horizontal on the top and the bottom. Well, now that's the top, and then this is the top and the bottom, and then the vertical has the same thing. I can do a vertical, and I can have the vertical be on and off. So the vertical is coming from this side over here, and somewhere there's my vertical there. So you can see that I have the vertical. So I'm just full of laser loveliness today. But if I flip it, you know, if I do like this, then you're not seeing or you're not hearing any beep, and it's not able to level it. On the other side of it, this is the switch that allows you to turn it on and off. And when you put it in like this, it locks all of the gimbals that are inside there so that it won't rattle it around. And then this unlocks it. You can feel the gimbals that are moving around in there. And then if I put it here, now it's still, so now what this will do is let me, they're still not locked. I mean, you can still see that they're floating, but I can move it without it constantly beeping at me. What else about this thing to tell you? It is pretty doggone cool. And what I think I'm going to use this for is when I want to paint walls. I want to like put a stripe or something on the wall, or I want to put something where you have like a, I don't know what they call that stuff that goes around the rim of the wall, up where the ceiling meets the wall. But to get all that stuff perfectly level so it looks uniform across the whole entire room. Also, this would be a godsend when doing the framing for suspended ceiling. That will be really, really cool. So there you go. This is a nice unit. It's solid as it can be. It's aluminum. All these little gadgets that it comes with, some of this stuff is, I don't even know how to use it myself. This thing, I will say, if you put this on there, it wobbles too much for this thing to stay steady. So if you're using it in auto leveling mode, this is almost a non-starter. This thing too, I mean, I tried this out. I actually did put this up on a post. It's very similar to some of the other ones I've seen, where I know the DeWalt has the same basic thing where it's got magnets on it and it's got a thing you can slide it onto. But these plastic parts they have enough play in them that even when you get this thing in there, you can't breathe on it. You have to set it up and just not touch it like a house of cards. Otherwise, the auto leveling will start beeping at you because this thing just moves too much. It doesn't hold it solid enough. This is pretty cool, but what I'm going to do with it is the bottom of this has a 1/4-20 tripod mount in it, and whenever I use it, I'm just going to have it be on my tripod. That's how I'm going to do it. There's a little bolt here that you can use to get this to be so it won't turn, and I'm going to literally put this on my tripod, and I'm just going to use it on the tripod, and that's how I'm always going to use it. There you go. And by the way, the charging for this, trying to figure out exactly, the charging actually has, the battery itself has a little bit USB-C socket in the battery itself. So you take this cable here, your USB cable, and you plug it literally right into the top of the battery. That's how these batteries charge. I've actually not seen that until this device. So all in all, pretty cool. If you need to use this a lot, if you need to have this on a construction site where you're going to have it bounced around, I would say this is definitely worth investing in. This is a good one. This is all rubberized. All the black parts on here are rubberized. All of this other stuff is cast aluminum, it looks like, or plastic. So I'm really pleased with this thing. I think it'll take a beating. I think it'll stand up. I wouldn't beat on it, which is why you've got this nice padded case in the whole thing. But this is a pretty cool device.